Hello! Alright, man, so several months ago I did a video making fun of this guy, Ronnie Radke. Now, if you don't know who he is, I'll give some background. I already knew who he was because I'm a younger dude. I was actually in high school when this guy started getting really big. Like all the Hot Topic, Invader Zim, Backpack girls at school thought Ronnie Radke was like the hottest dude ever. I guess you could say he's kind of like the Robert Redford or Patrick Dempsey of lame, poser, deathcore bands, you know? And he was the singer of Escape the Fate, Falling in Reverse, basically every terrible, shitty deathcore band you can think of, man. This guy's left his stench all over it, you know? And anyway, man, it wasn't until he started openly beefing with the popular Facebook meme band Sanguisugabogg when I found out just how terrible Ronnie Radke actually is. And not just musically, but he's a giant turd, dude. He's a shit stain, man. This guy got arrested for fighting some high schoolers when he was like 24, and apparently some guy got shot and killed in the fucking high school brawl. He got arrested for fighting people at a fucking Six Flags theme park. He's been accused of sexual assault plenty of times, man, which is, you know, quite a common occurrence in the deathcore world, considering it's basically like the pop punk of metal, you know. Anyway, man, so that beef with Sanguisugabogg was just a viral marketing stunt. Ronnie and Sanguisugabogg were supposed to physically fight each other at a show in Ohio in May. And I would have loved to have seen it happen, man, especially if, you know, fucking, like, J-Dog's the referee or some shit. Really, that dude should just beat the shit out of all these fucking turds, man. But anyway, it's now June. You know, May was last month. It's now June. There's not been one mention of this fight. So they're both posers, but Ronnie is more of a poser because at least the Sanguisugabogg guys have probably heard the first two Carcass records, and Ronnie Radke, he probably don't know who Carcass is, man. I would be surprised if he even knows who Black Sabbath is, honestly, man. Anyway, so now that that's out of the way, Ronnie Radke is now beefing in another hilarious pairing of fools, just fools, you know. The deathcore wimp Ronnie has taken to social media, of course, you know, where else, to call out Sebastian Bach. Now, not the composer. If you're a young person, you probably know Sebastian Bach from when he used to be on VH1 every day, or you might know him from Trailer Park Boys. If you're over 40, you know him from Skid Row, which is a band, of course. I don't really have much of an opinion on Skid Row, but I think their music is objectively better than anything Ronnie Radke's been involved with. But really, you know, that's not the important part. The important part is Ronnie Radke has made some pretty insane claims about Sebastian Bach, allegedly crawling around naked, pretending to be a dog, and having a tiny cock. So let's read what Ronnie Radke has to say about this. Quote. Oh, by the way, this is from blabbermouth.com. Alright, so anyway, quote. This message is for Sebastian Bach. Sebastian, you know exactly who I am. You talked a lot of crap about me for years. Another reason why I know you're lying about not knowing me is because this is Elvis Basket. And apparently he shows a photo of a guy named Elvis Basket on the screen in his little TikTok video. Anyway, he goes on to say, I know you know who that is because he did your newest album. And Elvis Basket did the latest album from Escape the Fate. He did 3 or 4 of my albums. And he probably had them hanging all over his walls and stuff. I'm sure my name got brought up a few times since I've known Elvis since I was a teenager. So this whole pretending that you don't know I exist is just so phony, just like everything else. That's why nobody likes you. Your band doesn't want you back. They never want you back. You're literally the most insufferable human being of all time, with terrible vocals. That's rich coming from this pussy. He goes on to say, you know what's cool about me is that my old band, they're still my friends. I have lifelong friends. You have no lifelong friends. Nobody likes you. And that's a sad, miserable existence because you have to play covers of Skid Row songs because your own band doesn't even want you back at the blackjack table, at the Excalibur, at the Circle Bar, at like midnight when you're exhausted for a 60-year-old man that looks like Donald Trump meets Caitlyn Jenner. All right, and this is the part in his little speech here. He puts a a screenshot of what is allegedly Sebastian Bach naked with a ball in his mouth, like the type of balls you throw at a dog, you know, and they go fetch. So he goes on to say, also, Sebastian, I have a video of you that you don't want out. I'm never going to put it out. I'm never going to put it out. I'm not the one. Somebody else has this. A lot of people have this video. You know what this video is? Go fetch the ball. Go fetch the ball, Sebastian. No? You remember that one? I saw how your dick is small too. You have a tiny dick. You're like 6'8" with the fucking smallest dick I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's insane. I can't believe your dick is so small, 'cause you're so tall. You're like tall and big, dude. So it's bizarre that you're like a fucking tall giant with a tiny ass dick. Your dick is tiny, bro. And I'm telling you right now, leave me the fuck alone, you washed up piece of shit loser. Fuck you. Fuck anybody that actually pretends to be your friend, and fuck everything you stand for, you loser. Have a nice day, fucker. Alright, so obviously some harsh words coming from Ronnie Radke to Sebastian Bach there. So obviously some very juicy gossip. Personally, I think it's a little funny for Ronnie Radke to make fun of Sebastian Bach in this particular manner. We're talking about a guy who is basically an emaciated 17-year-old Hot Topic kid stuck in the body of a 40-year-old man. And I think any member of even the lamest hair metal bands on the planet could probably snap his ass in two like a twig, man. Because, I mean, this guy's got to be like 70, 80 pounds. I mean, and I'm pretty sure he's an alcoholic, pretty sure he does pills and probably smokes crack and other shit, which would be cool, but it's not cool when he does it. Anyway, on top of that, man, he's way too concerned about the size of Sebastian Bach's dick. You know, I've known about Skid Row for about 20 years now. Not a hard band to find. And I've actually never thought about Sebastian Bach's dick, dude. I've just never really had a reason. I mean, and why the hell does this guy have a video on his computer of Sebastian Bach naked, man? And honestly, man, I kind of feel like he probably doesn't want to release it because he probably just likes to watch the video. He doesn't want anyone else looking at it. He just wants to keep it for himself, you know, and just keep watching it, keep watching it. You know, I'm really looking forward to what Sebastian Bach has to say in response, man, because as we all know, Sebastian, man, he's a professional shit talker. He's been making some headlines lately, and we all remember seeing him raise hell on VH1's hit television program Supergroup, where he regularly got into fights with Ted Nugent and Scott Ian and some other guy. And he was also on, I Love the 80s Part 2, the show that, you know, just enthralled the entire nation. Everyone was watching it. So this is some juicy stuff. What do you guys think about all this, man? Personally, I gotta side with Sebastian Bach, man. I think if he wants to film himself crawling around naked, you know, I mean, I probably wouldn't do that, but I think doing that in the privacy of your own home is still better than the stuff Ronnie Radke likes doing to people. I mean, at least Sebastian Bach isn't fucking fighting teenagers at a high school, fighting teenagers at a Six Flag theme park. And as far as I know, man, Sebastian Bach's never been on trial for sexual assault either. So, I mean, I don't know either way, but, you know, as far as I know, he seems like a nicer guy than fucking Ronnie Radke, man. So let us know in the comments, and have a great day.